Losing your first home game of the year cannot be more painful, especially when the only goal scored is by your own player, Jordi Alba. His own goal was enough to give David Moyes a famous victory over Barcelona. Hello and welcome, and I'm Cecilia Omogbe, and you're watching Sports This Morning. First, let's take a look at the major headlines. For Coach Stephen Keshi, he may be on holiday in Benin, but his focus is still on the Super Eagles camp in Abuja. He actually want the boys to go all out to beat Cote d'Ivoire and Sudan, despite the fact that he won't be having the foreign-based players with them. And no Guinness Book of Record for Cristiano Ronaldo and his teammates. The reason is very simple. After 22 games, Real Madrid finally lost a game. And more than 45,000 fans welcomed Fernando Torres to Atletico Madrid at Vicente Calderon. For him, it was a heroic welcome. And not only that, he's really happy to be back to his town, a place where he actually started his football career, scoring about 91 goals for them. He was there when he was just as early, when he was at 17 years old. And after that, he left to Liverpool. From Liverpool, he went to Chelsea. From Chelsea, he went to AC Milan. But it wasn't really a good run for him. So he's back at home where he belongs. Tyre Salam, of course, will be joining me for more of this. But first of all, let's just enjoy the highlights coming from the FA Cup, where Manchester United and Arsenal secure a spot in the fourth round. Well, that was the victory for both sides, but they had to dig deep to be able to achieve that. Well, Tyre Salam is joining me now. Tyre, just a quick one on the FA Cup before we go into details for that.
Good wins for the Arsenal and Manchester United there. Although the Man United game was a little bit, it was very tough for United. Yeah, very nervy performance. Remember, they already lost the cup competition. That is the Captain One Cup. They lost to MK Dons.
4 goals to nil.
Exactly. So Louis van Gaal this time around wasn't playing around and named a very strong squad. And they did the job for him. So congratulations to United and Arsenal, defending champions, playing against the team they met in the final last year. Good win for them as well too. Alexis Sanchez again, tireless performance. Incredible what a player he is. And I hear people tell me that that's what good money gets you. Quality.
But I think Arsenal fans definitely wouldn't be much upset with the performance of Alexis Sanchez, because when Podolski, Podolski is definitely going, to the end of the season on loan to Inter Milan, they were really not happy, thinking, okay, now you don't really have the much firepower that you need, but this is the most experienced players, and you're letting him go on the cheap. I think with this victory, do you think the Arsenal fans will be happy?
Well, I don't know about Arsenal fans being happy. All I know is Arsenal fans want to win, and as long as they keep winning, then they won't have a problem at
a quick
all.
one. Now, I saw Sir Alex Ferguson, you know, according to reports, right? The report
Yeah.
we saw was actually the fact that he came in a helicopter.
Oh, well, good for Sir Alex. Yeah, he's retired now. He's having fun, enjoying
Following them
himself,
everywhere.
traveling all around, watching United play. It's a different situation for him now where he's not coaching, so he can afford to just relax without any pressure whatsoever and enjoy the game. He's earned it. He's earned the right.
Okay, now let's just come back home, of course, starting with Coach Stephen Keshi. Well, he actually put a call to the Super Eagles players. You know, he's in Benin, he's on holiday, but he just can't take his mind away from the job. Remember, Nigerian Football Federation are still negotiating the contract because on Sports Night last week, Amaju Pinnick, you heard from him, he said they're still on the contract, and of course, he will need to agree, it will need to go on their own terms, so that's when he can, you know, stay on his job. But he just can't keep his eyes away from it. He put a call through to the Super Eagles players in camp, and he said, look, I may not be there, but Makachi is there. Listen to him and see how you guys can win the two friendlies. That will definitely help you. What do you think about this scenario?
Very, very, very strange scenario, if you ask me. I'm thinking, how long? First of all, how long is the negotiations going to last? It's been going on for how many months now? It's a while. It's a while, and I just hope they sort it out very fast so we can know where we're going to. But it's still good to know that he still has the Eagles on his mind, and he's still actually monitoring their progress and all that. It's good. It's more like a morale call for the lads.
Okay, now this is what Amaju Pinnick said yesterday. You know, they're actually preparing for executive meeting in Lagos this week, and he talked about coaches, and this is what he had to say. He said, we must look at the way and manner we employ coaches into the national teams. Everything should be appropriately documented in order that we avoid litigations and situations of trainers being unhappy while doing their job. There must be a lot of professionalism in all these.
Yeah, absolutely. Spot on by Amaju Pinnick. And I think to myself, and what are the main reasons why a coach can actually be unhappy while doing this job? The number one reason, the number one reason is a salary. If he's not getting the salary when due, then apparently and obviously he becomes very unhappy with the situation. I hope this new NFF board can really make it happen for the coaches. Believe me, Cecilia, there's nothing worse than working and not getting paid.
Yes.
It's a very bad situation to be in. I've not been in the situation before, but I can just imagine what it
you
feels
get your
like.
Money before the end of the month.
Exactly. I can imagine what it feels like. So I hope Pinnick and his board can actually ensure that this time around, it's a different...
they come up with something really good, legal, tangible, something you can easily fall back on and look, this is the process of employing a coach.
Yes.
And whatever coaches you're going to employ is going to follow these terms. And if he doesn't, then he will definitely be pulled out.
Absolutely. It's all about them respecting the contract of whoever they employ. As the coach, it doesn't really matter whether it's the Super Falcons, we know the story right there. The Eagles as well, Keshi had his issues with the salary as well too. And all the national teams across board, they've got to respect the contract. You go into it, then you have to be ready to respect it. So I hope that's the case this time around under Amaju Pinnick. It seems very, and it sounds very sure he can make that happen. So good luck to him with that.
Hopefully he's able to do that. This week they will be in Lagos for the executive meeting, the first for the year. Possibly is going to map out what they will be doing. And hopefully they get to talk about the Super Falcons, not just the Super Eagles alone. Super Eagles are playing friendly games, but none for the Super Falcons. England, they will be playing USA in February. Well, the Super Falcons, well, okay, let's keep that. Now, Austin actually put together a report, you know, talking about the 2014, how the women, you know, they were the ones who ensured that we were really happy. We have to smile a lot because of what they did in 2014. From the Commonwealth Games to the World Cups to the African Women Championships, it was all about them. What the men, okay, apart from, well, the big boy, talking about Ronald Quadri, was the only one we actually, okay, smile about. And Vincent Yama also, well, also had a good year. But the others wasn't really that good. Let's take a look at this report.
Representing Nigeria,
2014 told a tale of many lessons to sports in Nigeria. The country had a taste of a sweet and bitter experience on and off the field.
Enter Sumner out first for Nigeria.
At the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland, Nigeria finished 8th on the log, winning a total of 36 medals, 11 gold, 11 silver, and 14 bronze.
Okubare is up, and she has a lead.
At the Games, Blessing Okagbare won gold in the 100 and 200 meters events. She was a shining star.
This is a real battle, but the strength of Okubare bring it home, and Williams comes through to take the silver medal. Okubare winning in 22.25 seconds.
Administrators believe Nigerian sports can be better if some conditions are met.
To move forward, there has to be a level of education for athletes, and it transcends all. I don't want to be particular about any sport now, because if our athletes are educated, a whole lot of things that are happening to us will not be happening.
All those multinational companies in this country, as part of their corporate social responsibilities, can invest in sports development so that it won't be just government alone spending all the money.
The Commonwealth Games also show that there are young talents in the country and expose the need to invest more in developing them. Gold medalist Odunayo Adekuroye explains it better.
If you spend money on athletes, you have results.
And that was exactly what table tennis did. The federation ensured athletes had more playing time, and the rise of Aruna Quadri attests to that. Quadri is Africa's best player and 30th in the world rankings.
We used to have leagues in this country in the 70s, here in Lagos, of course, all around the southwest and the south-south. But and especially, to remember the north, Kano was also a very strong hold for table tennis. But now what we're doing now is we're coming up with the idea of a new national league. We're trying to ensure that, the momentum we've built is not lost.
Super Eagles testing their first defeat right here in Calabar.
Nigeria will do great wonders to the world. Nigeria will shake the world.
That was Aminu Meigari's prediction of 2014. And yes, football did shock Nigerians.
I'm waiting for anybody to come here and tell me to step down.
If any of these people win the election, it should be cancelled.
With issues ranging from irregularities in the electoral process, the leadership crisis, and fire outbreak at the NFF Secretariat, football fans were left with a lot of unanswered questions. But all of this is nothing compared to the Super Eagles' failure to qualify for the 2015 African Cup of Nations. No one could explain what happened. Even Coach Stephen Keshi had few words for the dejected fans.
What does this mean for Nigeria? Later.
Towards Ayila, and then Oshawala, and it's in!
It was indeed a year for the women, and it gave football fans a reason to smile. The Falconets made it to the final of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup.
She's the top scorer,
with Fasisat Oshwala giving a 5-star performance. The Super Falcons also went on to win the African Women's Championship for a record 7th time. 2014 brought two major lessons to sports in Nigeria. First is that there are talents in the country, and if developed, they can compete at any level. The second is that if the country fails to fix the problems of administration, the goal of achieving greatness will only remain a mere wish. Austin Okunakpan, reporting for Channels Television News.